Lunchbox is brought to you by Even Keel Fish Shack, now with 2 locations, Lauderdale by the Sea and the new spot on Las Olas.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Getting rolling a little bit late today, but that's okay because we got our beach vibes going on, and it's also full season, snowbird season, holiday season. We're at Even Keel Fish Shack, Lauderdale by the Sea. Jeff Defo DeForest, this is your home turf, stomping grounds. How's it feel to have a home game?
Oh, it's always great coming here. I love Brad and Dave, what they do here at Even Keel Fish Shack. Always good to see them thriving. And Lauderdale by the Sea has been cranking all summer pretty much, but you can see it's ratcheted up exponentially, the number of people that are out and about. So we wish everybody a happy season, as they say, because now's the time. Everybody in the hospitality industry is trying to make some cash. So get out there, spend some money. Local restaurants, Even Keel happens to be one of the finest, and thrilled to be here today.
Yes,
In the company of Mike Mayo and double Mikes, the M&M boys. Mike
Lubie is here,
Lubis.
but Brad is he's going to join us. It's actually an off day, but he came rolling in his civilian
Whose
clothes.
idea was that? Because he sort of gave us a look like, yeah, it's my day off. We're like, okay.
Wait.
This had
Like
to be
a
a
Mayo
Mayo
strong-arming
imposition,
you?
like desperate for a spot today. Knew he couldn't go
Like
home
a
and
Mayo
just eat what was in the fridge.
I'm like, we didn't have to come in today.
So let's go to the Even Keel Fish Shack.
Not to
Drag
disparage.
a guy out of bed.
I don't want to disparage anybody in the restaurant business. They don't tend to
They
have
don't
the best
remember at all.
memories.
Yeah.
We schedule these things. Like I try to be the kind of responsible adult, and
No, you're
journalist.
anal retentive when it comes to this.
Journalist, organize things, fill my calendar in, and then do it a few weeks out. You don't want to do it 3 months ahead. Nobody
No,
remembers that.
No.
But
I mean, I'm booking guests for shows as I'm hearing the theme music. And you're like 3 weeks in advance. Here's the schedule.
that's sometimes the better way, especially
no.
around
I like the way you do
the
it. Keep doing what you do.
hospitality business. But no, I consulted with Brad and Dave and said, "Hey, where do you want to do it? When do you want to do it?" And they were like, "Let's do a pre-Thanksgiving show on the Thursday, 2 weeks before. We are 2 weeks out
Another turkey.
of Turkey Day." Now they were talking about doing a pickup, grab and go. Not the turkey itself, but side dishes, like seafood-based side dishes, kind of like an oyster
Not a
stew
bad idea,
or an
yeah.
oyster stuffing
I
to
like
go
it.
with.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know where they are in terms of
Can you go
is
wrong
that-
with oysters? Do you ever see oysters served as any kind of preliminary on Thanksgiving?
oyster stew would be
You
good.
don't see it too much. though.
Oysters stew, I think.
Well, I think the original Thanksgiving, the Pilgrims and the natives, I think
They
there
had
was
grilled
oyster
oysters?
They
stew.
were oystering. They were doing oysters.
It was in Massachusetts. They
There-
love
that's
those oysters.
probably
up
true.
there.
Oysters,
No, but have you ever had like an oyster stuffing, like oyster and
Yes.
sausage
Which is fantastic.
chopped up, mixed up with the stuffing,
I want to
and
say no
have
to
that with the? It is an
It's
excellent
amazing. I've
pairing.
had it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Excellent pairing. I mean, a lot of people do it with just the sausage, but when you get like some,
sausage. Yes, I don't think I've ever had oysters infused in there, but it sounds good.
if Tom
That's
T
nice.
is on the line today, I'm sure he had heard of it. And I'm sure he's probably done it.
Tom
too.
T invented it. What are you talking about?
So meanwhile, we are out here. It's the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. I was
Beautiful
thinking,
day, Mayo.
I was thinking
the weather's
back.
nice.
We have like in the hockey, there was the original 6. I think for the Lunchbox and the Gambling Gourmet that preceded it on the airwaves of your
Brad was one
former
of the first
station.
guys to sign up.
I was.
They're Even Keel is one of the original 4, I believe. It was Tropical Acres,
Yeah.
Even Keel,
And kind of Seville.
Shenanigans.
Shamuja, and
Shenanigans was one
yeah,
of them.
I think
Shenanigans.
Southport, Raw Bar as
Southport
well.
was involved,
Yeah.
And
at
Cafe
one
Seville.
point. And Seville, yeah.
Prime
So that's
Liquors, I think,
that's kinda like the
But
original
3 of them are
6.
still hanging, which is pretty
Primo
cool.
came and went, and it's a shame we can't get back with those guys. I love the guys at Primo Liquors, but when you have like a Facebook-based show, they don't allow advertisements for liquor
Oh, really?
or
Okay.
medicine or pharmaceuticals or medical
I think
marijuana
we
or things like
subvert
that.
everything Facebook, but I'm not
Scenery
gonna-
always unique here.
Well, no, but the thing is, since we
Always
do
unique
have
here,
a lot
Mayo.
of our
How
traffic.
did you let that go without even making the slightest delay of comment?
What's that?
These babes that are crossing our path.
I am
there, my
now.
friend.
I'm
You're like a
spoken
dedicated
for. I'm in
broadcaster.
love. I have blinders on when it comes
There you
to.
go. Now horses
I didn't
is a
even
different
see it.
story.
I'm immune to it. I'm
Can we
Horses
give
and
them a
poker.
standing 8 count right now?
Horses and poker
6,
games.
7, 8. You
Yeah,
all right?
I mean,
I'm enjoying my Moscow Mule. I was asking if they had any peppermint schnapps here
They don't
because
have
I
it?
need to wake up a little bit. And you were talking on your morning show this
Yeah.
morning about they used to give boxers schnapps and water. And
Peppermint schnapps. They would put it in a water bottle, and that was the big controversy.
that was a stimulant.
Well, yeah, I
would
guess so.
think.
We were.
have you
We
tried
were
it?
November 12th was the 42-year anniversary of one of my favorite sporting events I ever attended. Right here, I'd been in Miami a little over a year, and it was our Arguello Pryor at the Orange Bowl.
Okay.
I got to know Alexis a little before the fight. I got to know him a lot better after the fight. It was a tremendous sporting event. I actually had a seat ahead. You know who was sitting behind me, blocked by my head? Dustin Hoffman
Oh,
was a
okay.
row behind me at this thing. It was fantastic.
He's a short guy too.
Yeah, so
They should have put him
I
in
should have
front
worn
of
my
you.
Hans Cartwright hat, and they really would have screwed him over. But nonetheless, there was a big controversy in that fight about Panama Lewis, who was a very crooked boxing trainer and a negative figure in boxing history, although infamous, which I guess is somewhat good for the sport. And he famously asked for the bottle I mixed. And he claimed later that it was peppermint schnapps that were in the bottle, which is perfectly legal,
Yeah,
I guess,
Uh-huh.
in terms of something a guy could have in the corner, although it is alcohol. And people doubt that to this day. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's the
I think
stuff
it was
that
liquid
Bob
meth.
Baffert
Yeah,
gives his
yeah,
horses.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
It was Sublaze or something. I don't know what the hell it was.
But my question to you: if you have Dustin Hoffman trying to look at
Behind
the
me,
fight
yeah.
behind you, did he tap you and say, "Hey, I'm watching over here"?
Pretty much. It was funny
See,
because
he gets it. That's a very old
yeah.
movie
I
line
don't know that
reference.
line, yeah.
What's
I'm
the name
walking,
of that movie?
I'm walking here. Yeah, I mean,
That's
that was
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight
Midnight
Cowboy. I
Cowboy.
was
And
gonna
you know
guess
what?
Midnight
My
Cowboy.
first date in college was to see Midnight Cowboy
Oh,
with the
jeez.
lovely Brenda Soul, and we went to the Syracuse Follies movie theater or something, which is usually XXX, but they played that night.
Yeah,
They
something
played
named
Midnight
Follies.
Cowboy that night.
It's
you know.
usually can dancers or something
Well,
very
I mean, that was a
raunchy.
revolutionary movie, underrated, I think, overall in terms of movie history. I think it was great.
John
Ratso
Voight,
Rizzo, one of the greatest characters
Yes.
ever played by Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, John Voight, and the famous line when he's crossing the street in the streets of Manhattan.
I'm going where the sun
walking
keeps
here.
shining.
So now I've totally
They were
lost
on their way
track.
to Florida, my friend, on the bus.
Oh, the other thing I
You
would
ever
say,
take a Greyhound from New York to
No,
Florida?
God.
Did
I
you?
have
but
friends that
I
did
did it
that.
once. It was a mistake.
oh wow, well
Giant
you know
mistake.
about
Think
my
about
story
it.
where my
Giant mistake.
eardrum got blown out during a flight, and I had to take a train, the Sunset Limited, from L.A. to Miami.
Oh yeah, you told us. about
And that
yeah.
was not a pleasant trip because I was on meds and all kinds of things that they said you
Yeah,
cannot
but
drink.
you're always on meds.
Yeah, that's true. Now I'm always on
It's a
meds.
good med.
Good
A
meds.
beer I had forgotten to try in a long, long time. I remember being in Jamaica at the where was I? The Wyndham Rose Hall Hotel, very nice place,
Yes.
and we started drinking Red Stripe.
Hooray,
And
beer.
you know what? It's a very refreshing beer.
I like the Red Stripe. I think it's great at barbecues and in the humid
Red
South
Stripe,
Florida. And I don't know what happened to that commercial, that ad
they were
campaign.
advertising for a long
Yamana.
time. Marketing down
Hooray,
here.
beer.
Hooray, beer.
And I say hooray beer, and I say hooray vodka. I've got my Moscow Mule here. They have drink specials every day. They have happy hour every day.
Get used to those
4 to
Moscow
7.
mules because with the administration coming in, I think that's going to become American. You know how the Black-Eyed Susan or whatever,
Yes,
you know,
the official drink of the new White House will be.
yeah, the mint julep.
Actually, I
The
think it'll
White
be.
House will be the Moscow Mule.
I really think it's going to be White Russians.
Oh, jeez, I was going to say.
That would be appropriate
Smart.
too. Yeah.
Not so
That was
many
a favorite
Black
drink of mine
Russians.
for a little while until I realized
Moscow
how sick it
Mule,
was that you were
White
drinking
Russian.
White
cream
Russian
and,
I love White
vodka.
became
Russians,
very
but they're a lot.
famous
Yeah, they're a
in
lot.
the movie Barton Fink. Not Barton Fink, The Big Lebowski.
I was going to say the one
And the
with
dude would drink his
dude.
White Russians.
Yes.
I have a story about Black Russians. One of my jobs in
Well, wait a
college.
minute. I don't know if we want to hear that story,
But what
especially
drink is-
since it goes back to your college
What do
days.
they use to make it black? I know that is an
Yeah.
actual drink, but
Yeah,
You
the
just
White.
declared yourself in love, and now you're going to talk about the Black Russians in your life?
It was a drink that
Oh, I drink.
a guy that I worked with at Amber Delivery Service. I used to work as a courier, like running courier
You had
packages.
a real job at one time?
Yeah, in the summers and also
Trying to picture
at
Mayo
school.
in like a regular job.
And it was in my
extremely is.
1977, the biggest lemon of all time, a Mercury Zephyr. It was the first car I ever
Nice.
bought for $750.
Wow,
And
nice.
I would run around the Boston
750
area.
new or no? Could have been new.
No, it was totally old. It was this. I bought it in 1985,
And it was
so
a 65.
no, it was a 77. 77 driven by one old lady, and
Of course, yeah.
and it got about 11 miles per gallon. And I would run around packages. This was back in the
11
day.
miles to a gallon. Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. But one of the dispatchers, I forget his name, but basically we'd go to dinner occasionally or go to happy hour with the dispatchers, and the drivers would have to grease them and just like totally make them happy, so you would get the best trips and do the biggest. You would go around back in the day of Digital Equipment Corporation. It was the precursor to one of the big computer outfits, and they had like 18 different offices around the Boston area. Anyway, I was trying to schmooze the guy, and I bought him like 10 Black Russians, and I had a few. And I think a Black Russian uses Kahlua instead of cream, or not Kahlua.
Isn't Kahlua in a white Russian?
They're both with
Well, then
Kahlua.
it uses
Kahlua is
some-
in a white Russian.
coffee.
Coffee.
That's the
I
It
think there
uses
may be
coffee.
coffee.
A Black
yes.
Russian is some sort
Maybe
of coffee
coffee, yes.
liqueur or
That may
coffee
be true.
itself.
I don't know how that became a go-to drink for me, but when
I
think
really
about it,
enjoy them, but it's not great for
I
you.
mean, I would land in Vegas, and the first thing I did was go to a bar, get a White Russian. And then I would go to, the strip and get a White Russian.
I was
Check back into the Venetian and see if my room was comped. Because I was going to have to pay for the rest of it.
Well, it is beach vibes. The holiday vibes are coming up 2 weeks from Thanksgiving.
People look very, cool here. I mean, they look very, very relaxed.
I'm relaxed.
You're
Try not to,
unusually
this vibe is
relaxed for, the fact that there was some frantic nature to the beginning of the show. And,
Yeah, no,
we were a
including
little
Brad.
Brad saying, "Hey, what show? You guys want something
He
to
knew
eat?"
there was a
I think
show.
his question was, "You guys want something to eat?" Which
Yeah.
never is asked as a prelude to a beginning of the lunchbox.
We're
Of
gonna,
course we do. What are you talking about?
That's
we're
what
gonna
we're
talk
here for, my
about some of the
friend.
new
Yeah.
featured items they're doing.
Well,
that
they brought back the
award-winning.
Pumpkin
You
curry
didn't bring it
pumpkin
up though.
soup.
I mean, and I had a wager on this. I had a bet and I lost it. I had a bet that it was more likely that Matt Gaetz would become the coach
God,
of the
did you-
Dallas Cowboys than the Attorney General.
You know,
And I was getting like 50 to 1 on that. And I thought I was in with a shot.
Yesterday-
Jerry likes him.
yesterday was one of those days. Like after the election, I just said, you know what? I'm just
I
gonna
was trying.
now.
I
I've
was
been
going to
trying
tune
to.
it out. I'm going to
I've
forget
been
about it.
trying.
Gonna treat my PTSD.
I've been
Just
trying
kind of
to
live my life.
You're in good shape now.
Enjoy
You're-
things.
No more responsibility.
day.
The daughter's gone. The
Have
ex is
some
out of your
nice
life.
meals. Gather with
Money's in the
friends.
bank.
Play a little poker, and just try to tune out and not
I've been
pay
trying
attention.
to.
But then yesterday, that bombshell dropped, and I thought immediately of the Woody Allen Bananas clip
Yes, I
that
played it this
you
morning.
played during your show.
We were
that
way ahead of our time.
I've
with
been
that.
a big
People played that like 8 years
Bananas
ago.
fan. I used to see. They used to have these Woody Allen film festivals when I was in high school. I used to go with my friend the
How
Sheik.
far ahead of
And
his time was
They
he?
would play 8 Woody Allen movies in a row, and that explains why I'm as neurotic as I am.
I
But
don't know that you can shrug your shoulders at the sexual indiscretions with Woody, but you have to say that was pure
no, that was
genius.
pure
movie.
genius.
This
and
is
the
in
guy
the 70s this
Sleeper,
movie came out.
Take the Money and Run, and Bananas, what's known as his earlier funnier movies. Bananas was just hilarious, and everything that's in it now, you never thought you would see it here in this country. It was supposed to be
And-
about
and-
Absolutely
So,
comes to
full
Banana
disclosure,
Republic.
in 2015, when now President-elect Donald Trump made that speech about it was the Mexicans and they're
Yeah.
that after that speech, when we all were like, yeah, this guy's a loon, Defo was like, he's gonna win, and you have to find this clip. And I'm like, what
Louis,
clip?
he gave me the
I'm
usual
like,
crap.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I looked at him, I'm like, this movie's from the 70s, Defo. What the hell are you talking about? So I play the actual clip like off air, and I'm like, holy crap. Okay,
So
good for
it's
him. We've
so
been
on
playing
the
that
money,
since
yeah.
2015. We've been playing that since 2015, and it's been spot on for freaking 9 years.
it's crazy
Unbelievable,
because one of my
It's even
early
more appropriate now, though. That's the funny thing.
one of my earliest human memories
Is listening to our show.
was sitting
No,
on
no.
my father's lap at a theater in Brooklyn, and we were watching Bananas.
Oh,
I
you
was
saw that,
probably
okay.
about I
Great
don't know,
movie, by the way.
I don't know what year it came out. Was it 69 or 72?
70s. It was in the
It's
I gotta
70s.
look it
early
up.
to mid 70s.
Yeah.
But
I'll look
all
it
I
up.
remember was my father was laughing so much, and I'm sitting in his lap. I was like,
Oh,
I'm
bouncing up and
on
down?
a roller
Like
coaster
you're
or
in a
something.
washing machine.
And he was just uproarious laughter. And
Because it was
No.
funny at the time.
the thing that,
At the
And
time, it seemed
Everyone thought,
absurd.
"Ooh, how did this happen?"
and now all you could do as this stuff is unfolding is just laugh.
Oh, I laugh. I laugh
And
every day.
I don't know what
We've
year
fallen through the
will
looking
people
glass.
be wearing their underwear on the outside of the
It's
bags.
pretty soon because they're
Pretty
going to want to
soon, yeah.
check. But I know Matt Gaetz is going to institute
Oh,
one
my
of
God.
El Presidente's dictates from Bananas, which is all girls under the age of 16 are now 18
now
years
16,
old. No,
yeah.
they're now 18.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's
yeah,
really
yeah,
going
he's
to
making it
yeah,
legal, yeah.
Man, oh man, we've fallen through
We
the
live in a
looking
world.
glass.
What a
And
clown show, man.
but
All
the-
you can do is start drinking heavily, my friend.
That's what we've
How's
been
that
doing
Moscow Mule?
every day.
it's good. And
Soon to just be known as a
medication-
mule because this
Mule.
will be Moscow.
Just the mule.
Very nice.
may I suggest the hybrid chocolate bars. That's
There-
my
oh,
medication
yeah.
of choice now.
There you go.
Is it time for our first break? I've
Yes,
lost all
it is
track
time.
of space and time.
You've been
but
out of it for a while now. What happened to you, Mike? Man?
medication.
It's a better Mayo, though, Louis. Would you say?
He's
I mean,
having fun. That's
when he
all
used to
that matters
snap
to
at
me.
everybody,
It's going to
before
be
the
a little
show,
while. I'm kind of going through the various stages.
He used to give you that.
I'm
right?
staring longingly at. Also, we've got Taco Craft across the street. We're going to be there.
All you're doing is
next
looking
week.
at sponsors. Like
Yeah,
everywhere
we have
you
them
look.
everywhere.
We brought you by this gas
This is a
station
good-
over here too,
It's a
man.
good thing. I'm not
You
bad
missed
at
something on his corner. How about the vacation supply company?
It's great
Hey, it's
that
a good
people are
problem to have.
gravitating towards the lunchbox because
175,000
they know that we are apolitical
subscribers.
and we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
talk
Yeah.
politics.
We're
We-
not at
No,
all.
we're really
Mainly
not talking
sports
politics. We're
and-
talking the humor here.
Yeah, it is.
Strictly.
Look, I mean, everyone on every side yesterday had an interesting
Oh.
response to that. That was not a.
Even the most,
It wasn't a political
paranoid of, hey, I got to follow Trump and everything he does. Republicans had to be looking at that and be startled by it.
Well,
It just doesn't make any sense.
all
It's
you need
not.
is 4 senators, Republican
I would have given him a
senators,
better chance
to-
of winning the New York Marathon, Matt Gaetz,
and we've
and becoming
heard
Attorney General.
already from I think at least 3 Republican senators indicating, I wouldn't say shock and horror, but shock and surprise that would be a choice, a nomination for Attorney General, and that there might be a red line that's too far.
You can
for
only
even,
make so much of a joke of this country
yeah, well,
before you say,
Let's
let's take another look
sayonara.
at this.
That's the hope.
Louis was lambasted, by the way. Where was I getting that information? Oh, from Polymath.
Yep.
Louis you must have said something derogatory about Cubans because they all voted for Trump. And,
well, Cubans have
at
been
the
mocking
Magic
it for a
City
while.
Casino, it became an issue. Your name was a hot topic. They called you Doobie, actually. It
Wow.
wasn't
Jeez.
Lubie.
They'll be calling me.
And-
They won't be
and
calling
they
me
were-
anything soon. They will be
They were
freaking in Cuba.
disparaging the fact that I had turncoat on them, and I was bashing Cubans, which I wasn't.
I love Cubans, but
But they really were giving it to you at the Magic City
If you
Casino.
voted for him,
just
voted
don't
against yourself.
call me late for dinner. And
There you go.
speaking of dinner, how about Thanksgiving dinner?
Yes.
I'm going to give you guys a couple of options. We're going to find out soon from Brad whether they're going to be doing these Thanksgiving sides to pick up, take to go on the days before Thanksgiving.
Oyster infused
I
stuffing.
believe
I like that. Yeah.
That they are going to be closed for Thanksgiving Day here, but we'll get all the holiday details in a minute. And by the way, my sister-in-law says oyster stuffing dressing was a big thing in her household in the South growing
cool.
up.
Yeah.
So it is a thing.
I think it's a southern thing.
So here's your options. How about doing a fried turkey dinner that's all prepared, including all the fixings
That's
and
the way to do
sides?
it, man.
That's-
Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, 525 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, along with locations in Delray Beach and the West Atlantic Delray Marketplace shopping complex.
Kevin
at
and Brandon,
West
two really outstanding
Beach.
people in the restaurant industry. And beyond that, the macaroni and cheese side,
Oh my God, that was
it would be worth the whole
That
price
Gouda.
if they didn't even give you the turkey.
That Gouda cheese has gave
well,
it
and
that
the mashed
beautiful
potatoes were
smokiness.
fantastic. I mean, it was just
All
a
the components were
complete dinner,
great.
like-
The fried turkey, nice flavor, good seasonings on the outside,
and it was
nice and moist on the
Yep.
inside. Go online to batchnewsouthernkitchen.com to click the tab that says the Thanksgiving fried turkey dinner and package that
Nice and
feeds
easy.
$270. It's a pretty good deal. You go and you pick it up that morning of Thanksgiving. They'll also be open after 4 p.m. with their usual dinner service
Dinner, yep.
if you are interested in eating out on Thanksgiving.
And you can
night.
have I guess a suit. They're doing oven turkey, but they are doing Thanksgiving dinners that day as
That'll
well.
be
There,
just individual portions, not the full birds
Yeah.
at the restaurant itself after 4
but you
p.m.
can have Thanksgiving
So
dinner there too.
that you can have a pickup for home eating. You can have a restaurant meal at Batch, or go to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Actually, give them a call right now, 954-983.
They're getting there.
6831, and
look
because
out,
you
look at
want to
these guys.
order your Thanksgiving
Wow.
birds in advance, Delaware is at 4191 North State Road 7.
Look
It
doubt.
is a
this
Fort
is-
Lauderdale,
Smells
Broward
great. Wow.
perennial. Been in business
We
for
love
over
this.
50 years. Again, go get your holiday turkeys along with anything else you might need for the holidays. Stone
Oh,
crab,
look at this.
fresh shrimp
Wow.
for shrimp cocktail. They're famous at Fish Dip.
Tifa loves the soup.
Again, we
Salads.
do love Delaware chicken and seafood. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take the first break. Or maybe let's have Brad come in first.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
Brad
yeah.
ready? Are you ready
Throw a
now?
couple of commercials in.
Yeah,
there,
let's do.
mailman.
Let's
Yeah,
throw a
He's
couple.
here.
Let's start it. All right. Yeah. Well.
Well, we can do this.
Yeah.
We can at least talk about it, and
Yeah.
then
let's do a
let you
quick
guys eat.
intro. We'll
Okay.
say hello. How are you?
Very good.
Now, these guys are trying to throw me under the bus, saying that I made you come in on a day off.
No, are
But
you kidding?
We prearranged this, right? I'm
Yes.
not the world's nastiest
No,
guy.
you're not.
I would
You're
never
not.
begrudge a hardworking
And this is
chef.
how much an homage to you guys. This is how much I love you guys that I'm able to come in on a day
Wow,
off and spend some time with you and cook some great food for you.
It smells great. How are your parents doing? And
Parents
are
are
they in
great.
town or are they-
No, they'll be back probably early the new year. Probably
Okay,
they were
and
here for quite a bit.
Are they watching? Because tell them Defo is always asking about
I'm not
this.
sure. I talked to mom this morning, so I don't know. We'll wave to
send
mom.
her a
and see.
link.
I,
Yeah.
I will. I
Let
will.
me ask you a question. That's not the regular portion of fish.
That
and
is
chips.
the regular portion.
That's not the Mayo portion.
That's not the Mayo portion.
Oh my God,
That's just the regular. Hey, we got to order a fish and chips.
And you guys
Come
are
on.
using Mahi?
We're
The
using Mahi,
fresh-
whatever locally fish we could possibly get, and it could be right now because they're catching kind of everything. So it could be Mahi, sword. We got a little wahoo in over the weekend that we sold as fish and chips, which is fantastic.
Wow.
If you don't overdo it. But yeah, that's fresh Mahi that was in the water.
And anytime the discussion on the Let's Eat South Florida group is about best fish and chips in town or where do I get fish and chips, my number one answer is always Even Keel Fish Shack because this batter and the local
The
fish.
beer batter, the local fish, and we cut those fries every single day.
Yep.
So
The
no matter
fries are
what happens,
fantastic.
it's the first thing that gets done in the morning. We fry our fries to order. We blanch our fries, and then we make all of our own chips to order. It's the first thing we do. We come in, turn the fryers on.
And looks
I,
like we
I
got a
noticed
bunch
you
of
put this salad in front of me, which is great because
Yeah.
I love it.
So
What is this?
That's our new salad, our new seasonal salad. It's a arugula and beet salad, so pretty traditional
Looks fantastic.
It's a
combo.
great pairing. Yeah.
Great pairing. That,
Oh.
but we've got some really nice like golden baby beets that we put in there. Which I'm not a huge fan of beets, but I love the golden baby
Me and
goldens.
you are the same, and I'm not a big beet fan, but we had a beet dish yesterday at this place, Burton's, where they did a beet tower
Yeah,
with candied walnuts and a layer of goat cheese like on
Yeah.
top
yeah.
and a little fresh greens on top. It was a beautiful dish,
Yeah.
and I'm not a beet fan, but
I'm not a
beets
beet
are
fan.
making a comeback.
I
Yeah.
love the golden beets. The candy stripes guys are pretty awesome too. I just red beets just gotten a bad rap from it, and I don't think they don't have a ton of flavor, but
Oh,
the baby
this is
goldens
great.
do. Baby
And
goldens do. There's a little bit of roasted pumpkin in that, then a honey black pepper vinaigrette, little pickled red onions, and then we put pumpkin seeds on top.
The honey black pepper vinaigrette is delicious.
It's so good.
And
It's
what do
so
we
good.
got here?
And a lot of people always order the dressing on the side because
Yeah.
there's a tendency to
It's
either
just the way
underdo it or
that, it
overdo
just
it.
works. It just works
That-
with that.
This is
That
the
is perfectly done.
sauteed
Yeah.
scallops with the. Is this the parsnip
That's
puree?
the parsnip puree with.
Wow,
there you
wow.
go, Mike.
We're all
Now
famous.
you're starting to
getting
know us a little
foodie.
better.
Yep.
And then we did. So that's the roasted scallops, the pomegranate, and then it's our surf and turf. So we've got the crispy pork belly, and I did like a sweet and sour pork belly. So it's got a little bit of agave, a little bit of honey, apple cider vinegar, and sambal chili. So it kind of that's the kind of cuts through all. Everything's very rich in that dish, but that pork belly just helps cut it up.
Wow.
This is a winner, a stunner, beautiful.
I'm going to bypass mayo
You're
on the
gonna
salad, but
We can try
Lubie, you
that
want
pork
some
belly.
of this? This is absolutely fantastic.
that
Lubie,
pork
the
belly
The pork belly puts it over the top.
with the scallop.
Yeah,
What a great combination!
yeah,
All
it
right.
is. And so that's our surf and turf for the foreseeable future, for the next couple weeks.
And then we've got the world famous award-winning.
Award-winning roasted pumpkin curry coconut soup that I made on the fly for an event we did a year and a half ago. That just so Mike was there. It was a Taste of Fort Lauderdale. It was one of those rando 50-degree days that
And
we
you won the thing.
occasionally get. And then we decided to make a hot soup the day before. And next thing you know, we won best in
Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. That's
Yeah,
what it was. The
right.
grand tasting.
the grand tasting.
Grand tasting. And
So we've got and actually this soup is vegan without the garnish. So it's got we made basically a pumpkin stock and then seasoned it up with coconut and and a little
Wait,
bit of
you're
curry
telling me it tastes this rich without any butter?
without any butter.
Wow.
Yeah.
And without a
That's
doubt,
that pumpkin.
the best fish and chips anywhere in town.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, the garnish that you use is a little spiny lobster.
Spiny lobster, little mirepoix, little pumpkin seeds in that too. A little bit of lemon oil in that, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, this is some serious food going on here.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
this is why we love Brad and Dave.
Leave a
Two
little of that for
locations.
Lubie, if you want.
I'll leave a little. I'll leave a little. 2 locations. They've got the Las Olas location. We were there last month, 1111 East Las Olas Boulevard, right here on the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard, the original one, Lauderdale by the Sea. And, well, not the original one, but we won't get technical.
Yeah,
now.
well, I mean, that was.
It's the original, what I call, it's
I don't know.
This
It
feels like home.
It feels like home. This is kind of where for everything that happened. This is kind of feel like this is where we were meant to land. We were meant to set sail here.
Great area, open air. It is now the time of the year where you come in here and you just say, this is why we live.
This is why you live in Florida.
It's some good stuff.
But I want to talk about Thanksgiving to go. So I just got the okay from
You
Dave,
did?
my
Okay,
business
good.
partner.
I was mentioning it before. I didn't know what was happening.
So
what are you
Dave,
guys
we're
doing?
actually printing the flyer. We'll be printing the flyer, which you could get at both locations starting tomorrow. And we're
on
gonna
the
be
website.
Off the website, we're going to be offering Even Keel Thanksgiving Feast to go. So
including a turkey?
Including turkey. So we're going to do turkey. We're going to do turkey roulade, kind of what we used to do back in the day.
Yep.
So we put the stuff. We actually take the turkey breast. We'll butterfly the turkey breast, pound it out, put the stuffing inside, and we'll roll the whole thing up. And
are you going to use an oyster dressing, or
we might? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing.
We're just talking about oysters as
right.
Yep.
But we want to make it so it's if somebody doesn't like the oyster dressing, we might actually go without the oysters just in case. Right. We want to make it so it's
more inclusive.
More inclusive for everybody to enjoy Even Keel Thanksgiving. We're going to have cranberry stuffing, roasted pumpkin, stuffed pumpkins with kale, mushrooms, and pecans. We're going to do a beet farro salad, green bean casserole, and then we're going to do the stuffed au gratin, sweet Vidalia onion potato.
So these packages serve how many?
4 people.
4, okay.
4 people. We're going to take pre-orders up until Monday before Thanksgiving. And you're able to pick it up that Wednesday morning before the big day.
Pick it up the day before because you guys are going to be closed Thanksgiving.
We're going to be closed Thanksgiving Day.
Both locations. All day.
It's our only day we close all year. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's
the one time you got to give
the one day we're open 364 days a year.
Definitely give the staff a break.
But yeah, it should be fantastic.
So the pickup is on Wednesday anytime, or is there a window?
Let's see, Wednesday pickup time from 3 to 9.
Okay.
3 to 9 on Wednesday.
Either location?
Well, I don't know that part yet. Let's see. Wednesday.
And if
I'm guessing it's probably going to be from both locations.
Okay. And
whichever location you make your reservation or you want to reserve your pickup through will be where you'll be.
So here you go. One more option for those who want to have delicious chef cooked cuisine for your holiday table. You can still enjoy it at home with friends.
Thanksgiving is by far my favorite holiday. By far, I've made peace with the Lord above. Said, hey man, your birthday, fantastic, get it. But Thanksgiving for foodies is like the ultimate.
No,
I promised everybody out there, I'm actually skipping going home to Ohio to be able to do this for our customers here.
Oh, wow.
So I'm 100% all in on. I promise that our Thanksgiving it'll be the best Thanksgiving you've ever had.
What a nice thing for you. And again, it's if people want to order it, they just kind of stop by here or call up or online.
You'll be able to do packages online, or you could call ahead and place the order here. Again, all the way up until through that Monday, leading up before Thanksgiving, and then pickup will be from 3 to 9 on the Wednesday.
And instructions for reheating, serving the bird.
We'll have all that included. All of that included
in the package.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like a plan, my friend.
Yeah, excited.
I'm glad that you're going to be able to serve the people in the area that don't want to cook. Defo, what do you think? You're going to your sons, right? Or
I'm not sure yet what the plans are, but this would definitely be an option. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Go right down the street. Everything Brad does.
We're just as passionate about it. I mean, we're just giant.
We always wonder. The speculation is always, how can he infuse pumpkin into the dish?
I promise you, there'll be
if
many
he was
different
serving
ways.
a hot dog, there would be some pumpkin infusion.
If it's in the
pumpkin reduction, it's great. Yeah.
We could do a cornmeal batter with pumpkin,
which is very
Thanksgiving-esque.
spice. Yeah.
For the hot dog.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, it's all good. All right. Well, Brad, I thank you. Do you want to hang out more? Or do you want to cut out? Do you have?
I might have to cut out.
Do you have chores, errands, a rare day off.
You get one day a week. It's kind of filled up,
works.
but I wouldn't pass up the opportunity to come see you guys.
I love
Brad, you're the best.
Great American.
Thank
Brad.
you for
We
being
love
here.
you,
We're going to let
Thank
you
you
cut
so
loose.
much.
Again, let's take a break, and we'll come back with more on the Lunchbox from Even Keel Fish Shack, Lauderdale by the Sea. But don't forget.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, Even Keel Fish Shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that Love you, Brad. Too, Brad. All right. We're back on the Lunchbox. We will hopefully see him and Dave soon. They'll be also at some of the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival events. And it's a good time now to talk about get your tickets, vlfoodwine.com. These guys are always taking part in the grand tasting and some other things. And there's going to be all kinds of intimate dinners. I know last year they helped Paula De Silva out at the Burlock Coast, the Ritz-Carlton. She's having another one of her intimate dinners, Paula and Friends, with some new special guest chefs. Nice. And that's just part of the fun all week long. Besides the sold-out Heritage opener, there's going to be a collaboration dinner at the Evelyn's restaurant at the Four Seasons with Brandon Solomon, who, for my money, is one of the best chefs in town, along with the couple that runs Michelin-starred Boya Day in Miami. That's Alex and Lucia, and it's going to be a great time that night. So just go online to vlfoodwine.com, and of course then there's the bigger events that I cannot wait for, the Asian theme walk and roll, where we'll probably be doing a live stream.
That was so much fun last year.
In support of the whole holiday food festival weekend.
It's January 13th to the 19th. And then the barbecue event. You going to come? We'll get some extra tickets for all your barbecue lovers because it's going to be really special.
I really
this
enjoyed
year.
that. Yeah. I was a little afraid. I'm glad they changed the menu. It was nice where it was, but you had to worry about falling into the pool.
Yeah, the pool's right there.
I did not want to be the guy that fell in the pool in front of O.J. McDuffie and made a fool of myself. So
It's so funny. It's true.
But it was a very nice setup. I mean,
But it was tight.
Well, this one is going to be in a big, I guess, open field with live fire cooking. People are going to be setting up their
You were worried about
smokers
falling in the pool too?
and
I
grills.
wasn't. I was waiting for someone to fall in the pool
This
because
time-
it was right, and they would have the
I would've
judges
figured it would
stand
be
by
me.
the pool, and the judges were half in the bag. So I was always. I'm like, Mayo's gonna fall in. Like I can see it. He's gonna fall in.
Not fall in. I thought I was going to be pushed, given the number of vendettas that are out there against me.
No,
But,
I love the way you worked it. I wasn't really familiar with the whole Mayo MO, and the way he did this, he ended up eating everything.
well, if you're a judge, you got to
and
eat
like
everything.
A quick assessment too. I mean, like
Oh,
okay,
no.
this is a 3, this is a 4,
Rapid
this is a
fire.
winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah. You know, it's like you.
But a well-run event. I mean, Phil and Kate, they really do a great job.
And I'm looking forward again this year. The new venue for the barbecue on Friday night. I think it's this park that's beside the Intracoastal. So somebody,
Beautiful
maybe me, will
views.
fall in the
There you go.
Intracoastal this year. But and then of course we've got the grand tasting on Saturday and a new brunch event on Sunday. Both those are at that Los Olas Beachfront Park. Get your tickets now. VLFoodWine.com. Prices will increase the
Yes.
closer we get to the festival. I think the next price bump is next week.
Okay.
So get in there now. I know one of our fans, Don Jaffe, just got in some tickets for the barbecue fest, and he was able to get in
Yeah, that's
with a
the
special
whole thing's a lot
promo
of fun.
code too that I was able to help him out on. And
Nice.
basically, it is now is the time because it makes a great holiday gift.
Yeah.
For the food lover.
Is
in
there
your
a
life.
Mayo discount?
VLFoodWine.com.
At some point,
I don't know if there's a
they do it, not
lunchbox.
yet.
I'll ask Phil if we want to drum up a lunchbox code. But meanwhile, again, get your lower prices now, and then when the prices start going up, maybe we'll
Maybe
get
we'll
some
have a
more
code,
promo codes out there. Maybe we'll start giving away some tickets too as a contest.
That'd be cool.
on
There you
the
go.
show.
That's always big.
That's
That'd be
always good.
Yeah.
Nothing like getting the interest of the audience up with some freebies that they deserve for being loyal viewers. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right,
You're just babbling.
Ah!
I love it. A completely shot Mayo. I mean, you're like George Chiavallo here after he fought.
well,
Ali.
you know, you give me that combination of a little bit of. It's not schnapps. It's not waking me up. It's
Oh,
making me
schnapps,
happy
yeah.
though.
Did you ever drink peppermint schnapps? I have had peppermint schnapps straight up. I want to say it was
It's just a
popular
lot.
like a long time ago. No,
I used to drink it a lot.
did
at
you ever
your-
drink chartreuse?
Oh no, chartreuse is hideous.
Right.
But when I used to travel around Europe sometimes, back in my younger bon vivant days, invariably I'd be like stuck in an airport when a flight was like delayed,
And you had
and
a
you'd be
peppermint
next to
schnapps,
some
yeah?
3 Germans or an Austrian, and they would
Yeah.
just start buying rounds of schnapps and just
Shots for
consume
everybody.
shots of schnapps. And I remember as a breakfast thing, they always say, "Oh yeah, we drink schnapps for breakfast because it."
I don't
makes
know
you-
that you ever want to be buying at an airport bar.
No, I
And
was
they say, "Hey, everybody, on me."
I was the recipient. They were like, I was the lone American traveler, and they were
Nice.
all like stuck. So I do recall drinking some shots of schnapps at airport. I think it was in Munich at 9:30 in the morning one time. And you know what? There's worse things in life. I didn't know that they actually would give that to boxers. I'm good. You know what? One
Get him
more is
another one.
good.
Get him
give,
another
give,
one. Yeah,
give the man one more. Thank you, Andrew. A new face here
Yeah, this guy's Andrew's great.
Good guy, man.
at the Even Keel, Lauderdale by the Sea. What else is happening on this stretch? We got Taco Craft will be there next week.
This area is booming. It
You
looks very
go
busy.
into some of the other places because this restaurant row is
It's really fun.
it's impressive.
A lot of great
Billy
places
Jack's
here.
Shack.
Oh, well, Billy Jack's Shack. La Cucina gets great reviews. Of course, right down the street, we got Gail and Harry with the Hispanas.
Spotto's not far. Yep.
Great spot. The Thai, no, it's a Vietnamese place. You said it was pretty good.
Basilic, I think it's called.
I haven't been in there. You got Keezy's, Simply Delicious,
Yep.
which closed down next door here. I think that was their original location, but they
Right,
had a
and
place
now
down
they're
the
on
street.
commercial.
They were always there, but
I still have
now
not
it's their
tried.
only location.
I still have not tried their fried chicken, which is supposedly
especially
legendary.
among the best. I've had it. It's very good.
Yeah.
And if you're a falafel
Oh.
fan, which I am,
You know where
they make a great falafel there.
we're planning to go to dinner over the bridge in the Fort Lauderdale part of Commercial Boulevard. A place that we've mentioned, a place that was a contest restaurant answer one week, and a place I don't recall ever being. Maybe
The
a
Ambry?
long time. The Ambry.
Okay, you'll like it.
What do you suggest?
I know Ken and Defo have talked about the Ambry, that it's legit.
They do a
Like,
nice job in there.
I haven't
Nice
been
small
there.
place.
Should I go with a schnitzel, or they are known for prime rib also?
The steaks are good there. I think everything's pretty good in that place.
All right.
I've never seen anybody say, "Oh man, the Ambry, it sucks."
I've
which
heard
is
great things about the
commonplace. I remember going there and having a very nice experience.
I always like assessing, prime rib of places that supposedly do prime rib,
Mm.
right?
Yep.
And so probably, we'll get a prime rib and we'll get like a more German
We're gonna say
dish.
you and Val are good at sharing. Get a
Maybe
couple
some potato pancakes on the side or some other opener. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in
Rave
there.
reviews from everybody.
And, I went for the first time I checked it. I love, I've talked often about the Mayo philosophy of restaurants.
I tell you what you have to try around here that I
Okay.
keep hearing great things about. And it used to be the Black Pearl Tavern, but it's now the
Yeah, it's
Galway
now
Shaw.
the Galloway Shaw. And it used to be
And,
a Red Sox New England bar, and now it has changed colors into like
Pittsburgh Steelers, yeah.
Steelers. So
But
the guy,
everybody speaks very highly of it. I haven't been in there yet. I met the owner. Actually, I think lives in my little complex there at the Ocean Bay Club, and I haven't seen him since.
what's
But very, very. I mean, they seem to be progressing in terms of public opinion, and they have a lot of good food there, and apparently a very good atmosphere and vibe.
what pub grub do you like? Do you go in there? Do you like shepherd's pie?
Well,
or
they have
you
a good
do the-
shepherd's pie. That's what everybody says. Shepherd's pie in general is probably not the greatest thing to order in terms of your health.
Oh,
but
no. See, I
but
like
yeah,
a nice
I mean, if
shepherd's
somebody
pie.
does a good one,
I like a nice.
used to be able to get a good one at McGuire's,
See, the thing
and
is-
now, Galway Shaw raves about
I
the
do
shepherd's
like
pie.
getting a shepherd's pie, especially if it's made with minced ground lamb, because that's
Oh,
one of the more traditional ways. And there's a part
Anything with potatoes,
Waxy
you can't go
I like the
wrong.
potatoes. I like the cheese.
Waxy's down on 17th Street. They do a lamb, shepherd's pie with lamb. That's really good. When you go to a pub, usually
Juicy ground beef.
you're thinking of fish and chips, but now, the fish and chips here. Oh, thank you, Andrew. The fish and chips
Fish
here
and chips
and
here
the
set a
fish and chips
standard
at
that are
Luke's.
a little bit different. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, we got more coming.
Oh wow! Thank you very much.
Well, look, and again, and we talked with Luke about it, so it's interesting. Luke
Thanks,
said
sir.
they tried Mahi Mahi, but it didn't work for him. That's what they use here as their standard. So to me, it puts their fish and chips in just another level. To
Look,
be able to use that
everybody-
quality, and I really enjoyed Luke's fish and chips. but-
Everybody has their own little, I
well,
guess
his gumbo was my
preferences.
favorite gumbo I've ever had.
Yeah, no, but I liked his fish and chips.
And the
They're
fish and
very
chips is
good.
really good.
And-
What they do here with fish and chips, it's
exceptional. Yeah.
It's another. It just
Right.
It's my favorite.
that's
fish
why.
and chips. It
But
just
because
is.
we've been going to these great seafood joints, I don't even do fish and chips at the British
Nah.
pubs anymore. I do.
Nah.
Well, I'm not a bangers and mash fan because
I think I've ever
it
had
just, Usually the bangers
even
don't
good?
agree with me. Nah, it's greasy.
People make
sausages.
fun of it, but I feel like it can't be that bad. Like,
Yeah, but I do like a good shepherd's pie. All right, let's take our second
let's
break.
do it, sir.
Before we do that,
You know what's great about this place? I wasn't going to eat a thing.
Right.
I got a
What are you
little
gonna
physical coming up. I got my test results back already.
oh, what are the
It was
numbers
good.
show?
Everything was good.
Looks freaking good. I couldn't believe it. I thought,
Cholesterol.
I thought they got it from somebody else. They found some healthy guy and said, "Hey, look at this. Everything's right down the middle."
See, you got nothing to worry about. You're doing just fine.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
salad with
That's
beets.
fine.
I mean, that's great for you.
Yeah, no,
He had one fish and
He's
chips.
eating the way I should eat, so that's
Yep.
The
Just
salad,
wondering.
the salad is fantastic.
Well, of
And you
course.
know I'm a salad freak, and
Yep,
it seems like I say this all the time. Wow, this is the best salad I ever had. Because we get a great one over at Taco Craft, that kale salad, which you made a face at.
It was really good.
Oh, well,
Couldn't have been
I'm
any
not
better.
the
No, it's
biggest
really
kale
good.
fan,
I'm not
as
either,
you
but
can see.
there's
The
salad was
Cobb
great.
salad at Batch Southern Kitchen,
Fantastic.
phenomenal.
Yep.
The Italian chopped salad at Heritage,
Yes, that's a nice
up
salad.
there among my favorites. And then I've had the chicken Caesar here, and I forgot what Brad called this. Because with
Well,
the
this
red
is just
beef,
Something
a beet,
beets, something
and
beets.
goat cheese salad. It's
and
a
it would
new-
be something that in a million years I would like never order.
And how good is it? It's delicious.
Delicious,
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
And you throw a little maybe shrimp on top of that or something.
You don't need anything else.
No protein.
I mean, if they had some shrimp
Some
on
nice
there,
healthy
would it kill it?
protein
No,
is good,
but
But that's it.
it's fine the way it is. It
All
really
good.
is.
Oh, I was going to say, talking about great ingredients and feeling fine every time you eat it. Casa D'Angelo, 3 locations. We love Angelo Elia and his whole crew. They are standing for nothing but top-notch
Hey,
quality.
how did Angelo lose
service.
all that weight? What is the story on that?
He looked
He's-
fantastic.
He's got a personal
He
trainer
looked
now.
great when we saw him.
He's got
last
a
month.
personal trainer. He has definitely been. He's been getting up. He says he feels energized.
He goes for his workout, his morning routine. And then he goes off to the Angelo Ilia Bakery Bar right there on Oakland Park Boulevard near Federal. You can find him in there every morning having his nice
I mean, if you notice,
little
he wasn't eating.
cafe.
He gave us a
He
whole
has
smorgasbord.
coffee.
He barely ate anything.
He still eats a little bit, but he's a healthy guy. And again, you'll feel great if you go to one of his three
Casa
D'Angelo locations, Boca, Fort Lauderdale, the flagship location, more than 25 years. Hard to believe, but it's there on 1201 North Federal Highway. And, of course, the Aventura location as well. They're having a series of white truffle dinners coming up.
Nice.
Go online to casa-d-angelo.com to get all the details of those white truffle events, 2 of them in Fort Lauderdale, 1 apiece in Boca and Aventura.
I have a recommendation for you.
Yep.
Came again from Jersey Kyle. He was at the Peters in Boca, and I don't know, there was some kind of delay in the way his order was coming out. So they kept insisting that he take something for free.
Okay.
Now, he's not the type of guy that wants anything for free. He was like, no, it's cool. You guys are swamped. I understand. No problem. So they kept insisting. He kept saying no. And finally, they ended up giving him a cannoli that apparently Peter's mother makes.
Yes, his mother is a baker. He was telling us that.
Peter.
And he said, I mean, with all due respect to all of the fine places, including Angelo's, which I'm sure the cannoli there is dynamite, said this was among the best he's ever had. It was literally leave the gun, take the cannoli. So that's something to look forward to Wednesday. I don't know if we're doing that opening, but
we're not going to be
Thursday, but we're
going to
stop by probably.
Oh, yeah.
And say, hey.
But I will. No, it is next Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
The 20th.
Okay.
We
I want to
have
stop by and say,
Luke's,
hey.
a Luke's broadcast at 2:30 that day.
I'd like to stop
But
by
I was
and
going
say,
to stop by at 11 for the ribbon cutting
Yeah.
and maybe to snag a few more slices of his great pizza there.
I'm still eating the pizza from the other day.
And you mentioned the dessert. Look, Angelo Ilia Bakery
Yeah,
Bar
they do
is
a fantastic job.
Be number one, yeah.
The
But this is
Peter's mom,
a secret weapon there.
Not
Yeah.
only the cannolis, but he's doing that like
She's a pastry
pistachio.
chef. She's like a pastry chef.
Pistachio cake with that pistachio cream imported from Italy. That's very expensive. That they also use
Like
that
Runway
same
uses.
product to make a great pistachio cake at Runway 84. And talk about
that pistachio cake at Runway 84.
a Sophie's choice.
Yeah.
You just like both of those. If somebody gave me a choice of the pistachio at Peter's Pizzeria or the pistachio cake at Runway,
That's Mark Falsetto's wife. They're responsible for that, right?
yeah, no, it's all good. And it's like, how do you make a choice?
You can't
They're both
lose.
great.
Yeah,
So,
that's a win.
oh man, so much good food out there. Look at
Yep.
me. This is why I am now.
But you're wearing better shirts.
Yeah, but these are getting a little
They're getting tighter.
a little snug, and these are the XLs already.
You
Once
mentioned.
when you go into double XL, isn't that just an admission of?
Oh, no,
complete
that's an
defeat?
embarrassment. Yeah. That's an embarrassment. When you got to admit to the double X, then it's over.
And
It's really time to look in the mirror.
All right, enough of my misery. All right, let's take our next break, and we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox after these words.
From even Keel Fish Shack, Lauderdale by the Sea.
For the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them.
We're back on the Lunchbox at Even Keel Fish Shack. We are just having a fine old time. It is
Well, the weather's
officially
fantastic, man.
season. The breeze is flowing in.
Yeah, this weather's
The
nice.
humidity is down. People are happy.
Yep.
It's almost like we live in a bubble.
Did you see what happened here, though, Mayo Man? Have you heard about the incident?
There was an incident. Well, I know that they.
No, there was an incident right here at the Even Keel
pier.
Fish Shack.
No, this dude over here.
Some guy ran over one of those cement round balls that they use as a barrier.
Yeah.
Just to guide people, like you see the ones across the street.
Yeah. I see.
So a guy mowed the one down right here. You see all the cones around it?
Yeah. So
Not the blonde, but around the
was
cones
anybody
around the bowl.
hurt?
Apparently, I don't think it was devastating, but
Just the cone.
I mean,
Is that why they're doing all
if
this?
you ran into that ball with your car, I would imagine the car lost.
Your car's not winning.
Yeah, it's like hitting a deer.
Solid cement. I mean, I always wondered, is that really cement all the way through? And like maybe it's just like a plastic thing, but
No, it's cement.
cement.
I think it's a way to kind of protect people from cars running up on the
100%.
curb and stuff.
It's like a
that.
decoration that unfortunately somebody decided to
Annihilate.
hit head on.
But the nice part is they've extended the sidewalks here and allow for some outdoor seating at
Yep.
all these restaurants on this row of strip, between the beach and here.
Hey, a
on
year ago,
A1A.
these guys were in some
It's really
dire
nice. It was
straits.
annoying as
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
last year, but
that
it's really nice
construction.
now.
It's I'm glad that's all over with, and they're fixing up whatever little blemishes were
But
occurred.
now that the economy is going to go in a different direction on day one,
Well, I got to tell you something, Defo. I got to give the man credit because I just passed by a gas station. It was at $2.99 and $2.95 last week before
Yeah.
the election. $2.85.
There you
yesterday.
go.
So
There you go.
already,
Already taking
The-
hold.
our
already seeing
savior
the
and
positive
Lord,
benefits.
Our savior.
Donald J. Trump,
Our savior
is
Lord.
already having the desired effect. And you know what? It's all a con. I mean, he's the
Yeah.
greatest con man. The economy and money and crypto, it's all
Yeah,
it
doesn't have
it's
any
all
real-
ephemeral.
yes.
Even the monetary supply, even when the Fed
Exactly.
prints more money, the whole basis of the economy is built on confidence and belief.
That's it.
And if maybe this guy inspires the confidence and belief,
gonna
maybe he is our
soar.
Lord and
There
Savior.
you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
There you go, man.
See?
You
Pretty
nailed
soon
it.
you'll be wearing a MAGA hat on the show.
Just gonna say,
And I'll
raise
be
your
driving
hand.
a pickup truck.
Actually, you should be wearing a Mac
No, you
Beach
should
Mac.
drive the Fakakta Tesla truck that I
Oh
still,
God.
every time I see it, I get sick
Is
to
that
my
the ugliest
stomach.
thing ever? I mean,
There
what?
was a guy that parked next to me that had a thing, and I thought it was for a second Miami. It said Miami, so that was about right.
Yep.
And it was like neon green and pink. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I just saw that one. Yeah.
I just see.
We just drove by.
What I'm wondering
I was
about,
like,
remember
what
how
the-
I saw right before the election, there was like a Hummer that had looked like a torpedo or naval
Yes.
Oh,
Navy
yeah, yeah.
missile
Missile,
strapped
yeah.
to the top.
Yeah.
I'm wondering where that missile is now.
Yeah.
I'm glad the guy is happy because
Way
this
to the-
guy
I can
to
tell
the
you
won.
where it
Middle
is. I
East.
So
can
that-
feel it right up my
Going
rear
to
end.
the
That's
Middle
where it
East,
is.
So that torpedo will not be used, against, to foment any
No.
insurrections. It's amazing how as soon as you get the desired result, all of a sudden
Yeah.
every vote
Peaceful
was
goes
not
down.
fraudulent. There was
Exactly.
no major theft in this election.
You had to start wondering how Biden won the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, there will be many questions asked.
All right,
and
we'll keep eating
hopefully
until we
answered.
figure it out.
Do we have one more break?
We do.
Do we have anything else to talk about?
I mean, there's lots to talk about. Look,
Oh, I never talked
yesterday,
about-
We didn't talk about yesterday,
no.
which
Here-
was a really good time.
I did have a contrast here in terms of the other night. Val and I and our friend Quee also went to.
Oh, you did go with Quee. So
Yeah.
how's he doing? He's all right?
He's fine.
He's
Everything is good. But the Thai restaurant Nour Thai, Nour, it's also up in that stretch of Oakland Park where there's a lot of new restaurants right across from where Funky Buddha Brewery is. Really nice, what they say, authentic Thai food. A lot of dishes from the north, the Isan region. And it's a really happy trend here in East Broward. All these like Thai only restaurants as opposed to
Oh, it's sushi.
sushi Thai restaurants. This Nour place is Thai only, some very traditional, authentic dishes. Unfortunately, a lot of them use pre-made fillings and base.
Oh,
They're
like
made
orange.
in the house, but they can't substitute out. So
Orange and
basically,
carrot.
poor Val, half the menu items had either carrots or oranges,
Oh, jeez.
or it was basted already. And they couldn't do it to order to take out the
Is
carrots.
that why you took her there?
Especially, no, I
She
didn't
couldn't
know,
eat
but
anything.
Oh, all right.
because they had these beautiful looking dumplings. They I guess it's with something called the dye that makes it look purple is like something called pea flour,
Okay.
PEA,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
PEE flour,
Yes.
but PEA flour, and it makes it look beautiful, like purple little dumplings that are
Mhm.
stuffed with stuff. But the stuffing had all carrots minced up.
Oh, jeez.
So we ordered it.
How was it though? With the
That
stuff
was
that
good.
you
So
ate,
the
that you
food
enjoyed?
was good. The service was a little kind of disoriented there, but
What is Quee like at these places? Like, I'm always
Oh, he's
curious
a
to see
goodie.
with these chefs at other places.
I
Like,
love chefs. I love going out to dinner. And,
Oh,
do they make you get everything? Like, are they really like we have to try everything?
Got
Like,
12. We got 12 dishes, and the waitress was looking at us like, I think that's enough now. No. And the thing is, they had this interesting dish, cockles. You know what cockles are?
Cockles.
like the
So in
cockles of my
cockles and
heart.
mussels, alive. So what are
Yeah,
cockles?
They're
Something like
little
mussels?
mollusks, but they're
Yeah.
from New Zealand. They're kind
Ah.
of like a miniature clam,
Okay.
and they serve these. There was like a raw shucked cockles, but in a kind of almost like a marinade vinegar spicy sauce that kind of makes it like a ceviche type thing.
Okay.
But you don't see this
I've
at
never
very
heard of
many
that ever.
places, and he was so excited by it. He ended up ordering 3 more orders to bring home with him for his sister, because I guess it's a thing that
Yeah, they're from,
is something that he was
they're part of
used to
Asia.
from his homeland
Yep.
in Cambodia and Vietnam.
nice.
But it was a very nice meal. But the thing that the contrast to yesterday, where you missed the show at Burton's, where they're
I was
so
like, I think he's touching on Burton's, but
they are so accommodating to people's allergies,
Dietary
dietary
needs,
needs, that they have the capacity to kind of make everything on their menu to order so that it removes the offending
like
item.
you can make it vegan, vegetarian, or gluten free.
Right.
Every dish.
And if you say you're allergic to carrots, they'll bring
Yes.
out a dish
Yeah.
like that Kung Pao cauliflower that has some carrots in the sauce.
But without the
They'll
carrots.
bring just kind of the battered naked cauliflower and
Yep.
bring you some alternate dipping sauces
Yep.
with it.
Tell
So
Val to get the vaccine.
There's
Then
a
you can
va-
just
I don't
go
think
and eat.
there's
And
a
you won't have to worry about this
there's no
crap.
vaccine
think there's a
for a
vaccine.
carrot or
Carrot,
orange allergy.
Carrot allergy.
Yeah, but again,
It was just
appreciate-
impressive,
We
like-
appreciated everything that Burton's
Like, I
does.
sung their praises with Shirley yesterday. I mean, look, we sing everyone's praises. I was just in awe because the fact that they are, considered a chain, you're used to that being more uniform. They were the opposite. Like, they were very open-minded and open-ended for what is a national chain. So I was very
you
impressed
would
by
have
them.
appreciated. I did a cross examination that was making the Burton's woman general manager look great, but
Oh, good.
I was basically.
Oh, no, he went
Who's
after her
my
and she-
biggest nemesis in the restaurant industry? What
Houston.
restaurant?
Houston, yes. He did the
So,
I mean, you're very
anti-Houston.
unfair to Houston.
He 100%
No, I'm
is.
Because if you're one
Yeah,
day, because you were
100%.
wearing a freaking Yankee cap in there one day. And
No, it's
All of a
because I
sudden you
wanted
hate
to.
the
That fuck,
All right,
the
here's the
freaking Bloody
series
Mary.
of
It's the
questions
Bloody
I
we
Mary.
didn't
asked.
need to go back over the whole story.
No, no.
Because we got to get out of here, right? No.
Do you got to get it? We got.
I got stuff to do.
We got one more thing.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah.
basically asked her a series of questions. Do you allow parties of 5 or 6? She goes, yes. I said, do you allow baby
do you- are you okay
strollers?
with
Do you
kids?
have
Probably
high
had no
chairs?
idea what you were talking
No,
about.
she thought he was an idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, if I
People
ordered
don't care about your personal
if I
agenda.
ordered a Bloody Mary right now, can I get one at the bar? She said, yes.
It may take
I
longer,
said,
but yes.
you guys are in the hospitality business.
Yes.
They like saying yes at Burton's, whereas
Yes.
at Houston's,
They don't.
they get off on saying no.
They do.
And I've had enough of no. I prefer
You
yes.
don't go there. Okay. I mean,
That's it. I'm done.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I'm on a jihad because after seeing what they could do at Burton's,
Why can't they do it at
It's
Houston?
unfortunate when places have a bad attitude.
they
No
just think their stuff don't stink, and
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, let's take our final break. We'll let Defo go,
Let's
and
get out of here.
I was in such a good mood, but as soon as I start
What
thinking
happened?
about that,
Well,
I
Houston,
I
like
start
we
thinking
just
about
said,
Houston.
You have
and the
to
just
stop
think of
dwelling on
Burns and
negativity.
think of even
You
Keel.
had a wonderful time, but of course you had to bring it back to something.
No,
negative.
but if
Even
I went,
Keel always makes
if
me
I
feel
go
happy.
right here to Andrew and say, "Can I have a Bloody Mary?" He'll say, "Of
He'll
course,
make it.
sure."
Andrew's
well,
been
most
on it.
places would, you would think. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
It's not
most
that hard. You have
places-
to
who would put a restriction on the time you could have a Bloody Mary?
Well, in Houston's world,
Yeah.
they only make their pre-batch special
What's funny
Bloody
though,
Mary Mex on Sunday brunch.
you're in the
service.
minority though, because on Let's
A lot
Eat
of people
South
love
Florida,
Houston,
people like
Jess.
Houston.
People
Yeah,
love
but
Houston.
people are idiots. I mean, if they want to be treated like that, they might as well
We
vote.
love you, Let's
wait.
Eat.
This
We
is the guy
love
that's
you.
running it.
Don't listen to
175,000
him.
people subscribe.
We
He thinks
love
you're
you.
all idiots. It's a Donald
We're
Trump
gonna take a
garbage, South
break.
Florida.
Half of you folks are.
You're not garbage. We adore all of you, and we adore Even Keel Fish Shack. And we'll be back.
Oh,
Puerto
after
after
this.
Rico
this.
is a great
I'm Mike
place. I
Mayo's
loved
Lunchbox.
it
I never
there.
said that, guy. I said
Lauderdale by the
Go
Sea.
eat at Old San Juan.
We'll be back
A
after
lot
this.
of good restaurants.
When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. Serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the All right, then there was one. Just me by my lonesome. Lubie's here. He's munching on a fish and chip. He doesn't have his headsets on. Defo is already gone to conclude his walk of life. Did he walk down here or does he drive? I guess he already did his walk. Brad is off doing errands, maybe some dry cleaning.
Well, I forget that those guys only get 1 day off.
It's really hard.
That sucks. And he's an owner too.
mean,
Remember, he's a chef and he's
chef
the
owner,
restaurateur.
2 locations going with his partner Dave.
And they keep the staff down.
And it was the time of the year where it wasn't peak season. They boost up their staff when it gets in towards the peak season, President's Day, and of course March, spring break. But they do, and it's hard when you only have 1 day off a week.
Yeah, you can only do so much.
And you basically need to do your laundry and go to the maybe some haircut, personal hygiene, doctor's offices.
Yeah.
I remember, my friend Giovanni. He wants to come on the show so badly. He's a Trumper. I don't mind having Trumpers on the show.
We don't have to talk politics.
No, we don't have to, but he wants to. He wants to kind of taunt us because me and him, we've been going.
He can
at
taunt
it
us. So we'll see how long his taunting lasts.
But he was saying one of the reasons why he kind of felt burnt out and he left. He owned and ran one of the best restaurants in South Florida, Valentino's, which is now that Daniel's Steakhouse, right around the corner from my new home. But Giovanni was saying it was getting to the point where he would have to do an oil change for his car, and somehow it would be put off for a full year.
Oh, Jesus!
Like things that you need to get done.
Yep.
That because it's so all-consuming, and even on your day off, somebody is calling you, and they ran out of such and such, and you have to go scramble and figure out how do I get
really off?
10 lobster tails in a half hour before service starts, or we're out of your great homemade fusilli. Can you come in and just make up another batch of pasta? So, he just he said that he just got tired of that life. So I do appreciate and salute all these folks that work hard. And, I'm grateful. It's Thanksgiving month. These are the things that we're grateful for.
Well, look, and Thanksgiving, and as someone who's worked in the restaurant industry in many different forms, I take for granted that we just assume we're off on Thanksgiving. A lot of these restaurants, that's where people go on Thanksgiving. So, like, you do a service for the community by being open, but now you're not with your family on Thanksgiving. So look, we've said now that's 2 different places we work with that will be open on Thanksgiving. And a lot of the time places would be closed on Thanksgiving on holidays.
So we got batches opening at 4:00.
Tropical Acres is doing it.
Tropical Acres is open.
They might not be open, but they're going to be geared up the day before
and
for
the
it.
Thing is, that's nice that, Brad does want to do a little something special, even though they're going to be off on Thanksgiving Day. But call and order up. I bet that's going to be a fantastic package because everything he does. I mean, from the even what you consider like a simple, humble dish of fish and chips, they elevate it.
Yep.
And then this scallops and the pork belly dish with the pureed parsnip and pomegranates. I mean, who thinks of pomegranates?
I just
but
like that
all these flavors.
The simple soup, and he's made this soup elevated. He throws in some lobster. Sometimes he throws in some other seafood favorites. That's one thing they do here at Even Keel, where he makes every dish scream.
And again, it's a place that you come. Look at me. I'm wearing. Well, you don't want to see my toes, but I'm wearing flip flops today.
Well, the beach is there. You can see the beach.
I did have my first pedicure in a long time the other week because Val and I went full blown metrosexual. I got a mani and a pedi, and I felt.
It feels great. Like they do a whole thing. I did it once with Shirley. She gave me crap about doing it, so I did it. It was actually a really cool experience. It's just not cheap. That's the problem.
Sometimes you got to pamper yourself.
Yes,
Self-care.
you have to take care of yourself.
I think these next 4 years, that is going to be the phrase of the quarter, whatever we're calling it, the quadrennium. What do you call 4-year chunks of time?
I don't know.
This time it's going to call it a lifetime.
Yeah, just getting through is what I'm calling it.
Self-care, my friends. Self-care, whatever you need, whether it be some new medication for new diagnoses of PTSD, or maybe just have a sip of a beautiful cocktail on a beautiful day.
That's all you need. The weather's fantastic.
I am waxing poetic.
You are.
It is time to leave.
Easy.
We'll see you tomorrow from Gulfstream, our Friday fun place. Thanks to Brad and Dave and everybody here at Even Keel Fish Shack. Come on out here sometime. If you haven't been, and you have friends and visiting guests in town for the holidays, this is the vibe of South Florida, where you get food that is not just bar food. It is elevated cuisine, but in a casual setting like this, and you say, this is why we live here.
Yep.
All right, folks, enjoy every sandwich.